So now we have another part of the box plot that's kind of important, and that is used for interpreting data. Basically, it allows us to break up the chunks of the data into percentages. So the word quartile means 4, and you know that 4 quarters in a dollar, each one is worth 25 cents, which means that 1 quarter is 25% of a dollar. So from this finger to this finger, or from this number to this number, represents 25% of the data. And from quartile 1 to quartile 2 represents another 25% of the data. So from my lowest number to quartile 2 is 50% of my data. It is half of my numbers. It's the low half. And then from quartile 2 to quartile 3 represents another 25% of the data. So from my low number all the way up until my quartile 3, that is 75% of my data. From quartile 1 to quartile 3 is 50% of my data. And then from quartile 3 all the way to my upper extreme, or my high extreme, represents 25%. That looks like an 8. 25% of the data. So from the lowest number all the way to the highest number, that is 100% of my data, because 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 is 100. Now, if I wanted to know what percent of my data was from quartile 1 and above, I would take 25, 25, and 25. If I wanted to know what percentage of my data represented the inner quartile range, that's this guy here. So that's 25 and 25. So this section is 25, this section is 25, this section is 25, and that section is 25. So make sure that you're paying attention to exactly what sections it is talking about whenever it wants you to do percentages of the data.